All right, this is week number 7 of B class. We did some solo dance.
We practiced Shorty George at the end of the Shim Sham, which looked like this. I'll show you from the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Awkwardly close. What happens here is a lot of stuff. The basic thing is what we did last week, which is you kick on 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And to remind you that you are on the balls of your feet and your knees are bent, and so you're kind of creeping forward. We talked about how this move is named for Shorty George Snowden, who was very short, and so that was what he was kind of building on. He was trying to make himself even shorter. So the things we added on to this were hips. So we think about bringing our hips up on the side of the foot that is stepping in front. So when your right foot is in front, your right hip is coming up, and you are stepping right in front of the other foot. Make sure that your hips are moving like a bell and not twisting like this, because it's not that. It is up and down. So if we put those things together and also add on the upper body, so when the hip is up, that shoulder is down, and vice versa. It looks like this from the back. 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do that at the very end of the Shim Sham, where we do boogie back, boogie forward, boogie back, boogie forward. Then we do boogie back, Shorty George, boogie back, Shorty George. And that's the end of the choreography, and then you social dance after that. The other thing I mentioned, somebody asked for the TOBA break, which is Theater Owner Booking Association. It's just a fancier full break. If you wanted to do that one, it looks like this. Step, tap, step, hop, step, out, in. A little faster, it looks like this. 8, 1, 2, 3, stop. And that's that. If you want to put that, you can use that in any place where we do the full break in the Shim Sham.
Then we did some reviewing tonight. So we started with what we were working on last week, the idea of swiggles, and we did add on this idea of the 7 and 8 for follows. That's maybe worth mentioning. So maybe we just show that. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1. It's a way to kind of prep your swivel. If that was too baffling to add on, just stick with that 1, 2 until it feels good to do that swivel. So once again, if we're talking about the swivels, you watch Jen sort of do this on that 5, 6, she preps there, and 1, 2. Then we also did the switches that we were doing last week. So that was like this, sorry. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7. Across for leads, 3, 5, 7. And then we can just lead out of that leads anytime we're on our left foot, we just step right out of it. One thing I did notice actually as we were practicing this, but I didn't mention to the group, leads, if you go too fast in the middle, it's really hard for your follows to keep off on the outside. So you just want to be kind of steady, right, being conscious of your follow on the outside of the circle. Anything else to add to that idea?
I mean, we mentioned that you could do different things for switches. It doesn't have to be this. We kind of gave you like the standard, but you can do all kinds of different variations for getting around the circle.
And then for the rest of the night, we actually just integrated other stuff that you guys have been learning this whole session, because you learned a bunch of different things. So we did a little bit more of Chill Charleston. We practiced breaking away from your partner and coming back together. We practiced the difference between forward steps and back steps. And we just gave you little challenges with a few songs here and there to try to integrate different parts of these things into your dancing. And that's what we're trying to do so that it's not so disparate, these things you're learning, but we're putting it all together. And that's it.
Yeah.
Good job this session, you
job.
guys.
Come social dancing.